Welcome back to another episode of our weekly show every Wednesday here at Wrestlestop, giving you guys just some random news, random notes from around the world of WWE. Have anything?
Just winning Wednesday.
Winning Wednesdays. Let's go ahead and roll the intro and let's get right into it. All right, we are back. As usual with the new format, we have 6 topics today to cover. You guys can see on the side of the screen here. 3 minutes in each topic max. If we hit that limit, we need to move on to the next one. Keep these videos short and sweet just for our lovely followers. All right, so you ready, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, first one, go.
First topic. What's with all the injuries? Man, Bronson Reed got hurt on Monday Night Raw last night, tore something in his bicep. Not his bicep, his forearm.
Yeah.
Looked like he's going to be out a minimum 4 to 6 months, potentially indefinitely. Doing a little research on it. This could be a long-term thing that could potentially, may not be able to get back to the same wrestler he was. This is kind of scary.
Yeah, and I'll post something up on the screen here. Just kind of giving a little detail on that injury. I kind of did a little research on it as well because I've never heard of it before. But yeah, apparently it's pretty nasty, and he's going to be out. They're saying until at least SummerSlam, if he's not out indefinitely.
Yeah.
My girlfriend who works for a gym and fitness and all that stuff mentioned it, that a lot of time those injuries are really hard to come back from because the muscle just doesn't rebuild the same way. And Bronson Reed, let's be honest, is a big boy.
Yeah.
So hopefully he comes back because the dude was on a streak.
He was.
And if you think about his bad luck, right? He was on a streak. He was doing great. Broke his ankles at Survivor Series
at 1 year. Yeah.
And then they had to restart him again. And then he's back on a streak, especially with Braun Breaker being out.
Braun Breaker, yeah.
That was giving him a chance to shine, which in my opinion, I think Bronson Reed was holding that down better. Than Braun Breaker was. Braun Breaker was more of a, he's a big guy and he's fast, but that was kind of the end of his gimmick, really.
Right.
He barked. I mean, where I think there's a lot more potential in someone like Bronson Reed to be like a true heel for someone like, a true babyface like Cody Rhodes or Javon Evans or something like that. One of these true babyface guys to go up against, kind of like the old Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy. Back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think those kind of feuds is what made Hulk Hogan as popular as he is now.
Yes.
So it sucks for him. He's gonna have to restart again. If he can come back, hopefully he can.
Yeah. I got a list of wrestlers that are out injured right now. And this is you could stock a full PLE full of these names. You've got Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Bianca Belair, Sheamus, Zoe Stark, Piper Niven, Apollo Crews is just coming back. Michin just came back. Elton Prince, Chelsea Green, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Xavier Woods. That's a full PLE worth of names.
Xavier Woods is out? I thought, didn't he wrestle last night?
No, he was out. Kofi Kingston
wrestled.
He's
you're
been
right.
out. He hurt his elbow or something in a match. But even like Bronson Reed, he was just breaking up a pin. It wasn't even like it was a fluke, but it's like he wasn't even pulling anything crazy. He just dove at him, pulled on a guy's shoulder, and just something happened. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that was like when Randy Orton a few years back was doing his drop down thing when he punches the mat and he blew his elbow out or whatever, his shoulder or whatever he did. It's just one of those fluke things. It sucks.
The Vision's cursed,
They are.
They
the Vision
Seth
is now
Rollins in injury. Yep. Now then he really got injured, and then Braun Breaker got injured, and our Brendan Reed. There is no Vision. There is no Vision left.
Yeah, Vision is done. Other than what's the Vision now? Austin Theory and
Logan Paul.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to add a topic next time about what they can do with a Vision. We'll have to see. But all right. So next topic up, Cargo Box makes its appearance again. This time, it was on SmackDown. Well, it was on Raw, and then it was on SmackDown. Then it was on Raw again, right?
Yes, it made it back. Yep. And then Adam Pearce said last night, just forget it. I'm not going to bother sending it back to SmackDown. Ship it to Chicago, and we'll open it on Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. So what do you think?
So I was looking at it again, and like on SmackDown, that's a large box. We joked around it's a person-sized box, and there were rumors that Brock Lesnar was going to return. So Friday night, I was thinking how funny would it be if Brock Lesnar burst out of the box like the Kool-Aid Man or
just
something like
smashes
that.
out of it. Yeah.
But then he showed up on Monday Night Raw, so that's out. So I was thinking a little bit more. Again, going back to SmackDown, we've got the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs right now. The MFTs have 5 guys. The Wyatt Six only have 4 guys, and they've been building that feud. So Could there be another member of the Wyatt Six? I don't know. That's just a cool idea, that pops in my head. I doubt it, but
yeah, I was gonna say, I think for the Wyatt Six idea, well, first off, the Brock Lesnar idea, I think Brock Lesnar thinks he's too great to do something like that.
probably.
Right?
But
The Wyatt idea, I don't think the Wyatt Six and MFTs are a feud enough people care about in order to drop this big week to week gimmick, right?
Again, I was just thinking
the
about
idea
it.
is cool,
Yeah.
but
Because
I don't.
When they have these matches, there's already somebody sitting out. So
Right.
again, I thought, but I don't know. So there's that. The other thing that I thought about last night, and again, probably not quite big enough, but I was like looking at it. I was like, what could fit in there? And I thought a throne, a big chair. Maybe they're going to bring back the King of the Ring tournament. I don't know. Again, just throwing out crazy ideas.
Well, they did. I think the King of the Ring is coming back to the Saudi show this summer.
But they do it as a tournament. I want a King of the Ring PLE where they have all, an 8-man male tournament, an 8-woman female tournament, and all the matches are in one night.
Yeah, that would be cool. We talked about that before, back in the old days of Wrestlestop.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that would be cool. I know what I've read online, and it kind of makes sense. There's an AEW wrestler named Danhausen. I don't know if you've heard of him. I'll put him up here.
Okay.
You're gonna love him.
All right, he's a gimmicky guy?
Yes, he's a super gimmicky guy, but more importantly, he's like best friends with CM Punk.
Okay.
And from what I understand, his AEW contract has expired.
Okay.
He hasn't been used on AEW in maybe a year now.
Is he the type of gimmick that could fit in with the Wyatt Six?
No.
Okay.
No. He calls himself pretty evil or pretty good, pretty evil or something like that. He's a goofy guy.
Is he pretty deadly?
Oh, maybe they should bring that back. But that's what I heard is Danhausen.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. Again, I'll throw his picture up if I haven't already at this point.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm excited for Elimination Chamber to see what's in the box. After all these weeks, it's I like goofy gimmicks like this that drag things out. And again, these were just some of the silly things that popped into my head. So
yeah, that's that. And last note on that real quick is this giant box and him coming out is definitely something Danhausen would do.
Okay.
So it does kind of make sense, but
all right. Well, now I'm excited about it. You had to be excited about Joe Hendry. Now I'm excited about Danhausen.
Except I like Joe Henry. I'm not a big fan of Danhausen.
Okay. Well, if you don't like him, it means I probably will like him.
You'll probably love him.
Other than Joe Hendry, we don't agree on much in the way of wrestling. So,
all right. Next topic. Let her rip.
All righty. Well, last night at the end of Raw, they brought AJ Styles out for his retirement tour, his, going away party. They brought a bunch of wrestlers in from Raw, SmackDown, actually from people outside of the WWE, the what do they call it?
The Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers were back, and some of the his previous partners and tag members from the Bullet Club and all that. So I know we were kind of disappointed and shocked at the way they handled it at Royal Rumble. Do you think last night made up for it?
Yeah, I think I thought it was handled well. It was good. They let him end the show. There wasn't like a big goofy match and there was no big run in or anything to try to kickstart another feud or anything like that.
I was waiting for Gunther to show back up because he kind of came out at the running.
And that might have actually been a cool move if Gunther came out at the end to like do something, but then like shook his hand or something like that. Right?
I kind of expected that.
I think that would have been a good move, but I guess that would have probably hurt. I know they're trying to make Gunther like the biggest heel in the world right now, so maybe that would have hurt that.
But they did show. I'm trying to think. Who did they show backstage? They showed Tama Tonga.
Yeah, they were talking to him normal.
In Tangaloa, who are normally heels, they were joking around with him and a couple other face characters. So they did break kayfabe a little bit, but it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, I think with Gunther, maybe it wouldn't have worked. But
and I think him getting introduced into the Hall of Fame was a good idea. He deserves it, first off.
Yes. I'm not the biggest fan. I didn't see the younger AJ Styles, but, I've known his name for 20 years now, even though I wasn't watching him wrestle. So.
Right. And he deserves it. And that keeps him out of AEW.
That's true.
Which is...
Oh, really? They won't put him in AEW if he's in the Hall of Fame?
Well, they may still, but that gives him more incentive to want to still be a part of WWE.
Yeah, he seemed completely caught off guard by that. You could see the emotion on his face, and
it was cool.
Yeah,
I think he knew once the Undertaker started coming out that something was up. But I don't think he knew up till that point. I don't think he knew.
So 2 things on the Undertaker.
Yeah, 1 minute.
One, I was, the bell hit, it went dark. And the first thing that popped into my mind is I was hoping they would recreate that WCW, or not WC, but the WrestleMania moment where the WrestleMania, the Undertaker appeared behind him. There's that one meme or GIF that goes around. So I thought, how cool would that be? The lights went out, and then the lights came back on, and the Undertaker would stand behind him.
Yeah.
It didn't end up happening. That popped in my head. I thought that'd be funny.
I actually thought they were gonna, for a second though. Also, I thought they were setting up an Undertaker AJ Styles match or something for WrestleMania because he's like, we have unfinished business.
We have
to
unfinished
do.
business.
And I was like, oh boy. But no, I think they did it well, and I was happy with it.
But I think the Undertaker as a living legend, I like the idea going forward of him being the person who lets people know that they're in Hall of Fame. If that's going to be maybe a new role for him,
I think
because he did it with Stephanie McMahon, and now he did it with AJ Styles. And I know him and the McMahons have a long, 30, 35 years history now. He probably watched Stephanie grow up, so that was probably pretty cool for him. But I don't know of any connection between him and AJ Styles.
Other than they're just legends.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was cool. It was good.
All right.
I enjoyed it. All right, what do we got next?
Brock Lesnar's open challenge at WrestleMania. Who should it be?
Yeah, well, first off, do you like the idea of a Brock Lesnar WrestleMania open challenge?
I don't like that Brock Lesnar just comes and goes at his whim, it seems like. And I get he's beyond wrestling. He's so big now. I don't like him. I think he's problematic at best. The crowd doesn't seem to pop for him like they used to. Like, I was very shocked when he came out last night. Atlanta didn't seem to care. Maybe they were all there for AJ Styles or whatever. They just didn't seem to care. But we're already doing an open challenge. I mean, I think everybody knows who it's going to be, but...
who do you think it's going to be?
I mean, everybody wants Oba. The crowd last night, they didn't cheer for Brock Lesnar, but man, were they chanting Oba.
Yeah, I think everyone wants the Oba Lesnar match, which was the one, which is kind of where I thought it was going to go as well. Which is why I think, who do they have Oba?
Right now, it's looking like Oba and Rusev.
And I think that's a step up from the trash he's been doing. Rusev gives him a guy that he's probably just going to pummel and throw around the ring and squash him. And then after that feud is over, he's probably going to come out and do that. Or the other thought is Gunther. Because I know everyone wants
I guess Gunther could be the way.
Match.
Is you mentioned, on an earlier topic that Lesnar's, takes himself too seriously. Is he going to be willing? He went out and squashed John Cena. Is he going to be willing to take a beat down from somebody like an Obafemi or Royce Hobbs or Gunther?
Well, probably not Royce Hobbs. I don't think he would at this point because Royce Hobbs doesn't do anything.
I'm just mentioning big name guys,
fault,
size guys. You would think Brock Lesnar would be somebody good to put over the young wrestlers. Like, you don't want Brock Lesnar beating Obafemi or beating Royce Hobbs right now. That doesn't help them in any.
And I think if it's Gunther, or which I think Gunther rumor is going to be up against Rey Mysterio anyway at WrestleMania. But if it's either one of those two guys, I think they win. I think Lesnar will put him over. Yeah, because I know Lesnar wants to be done soon too. He's been doing this a long time.
But Paul Heyman came back down with him. Going back to an earlier topic, is this do they try and now shoehorn Brock Lesnar into the vision?
They're gonna have to do something with the vision because the vision is broken right now. Yeah, so physically broken.
Let's let the maybe Brock Lesnar takes on the Masked Man or something like that.
Yeah, well, what are they going to do with that now?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I'm sure they're scrambling right now trying to cover this storyline. They could not be just, I was thinking about that earlier and, talking with Holly a little bit, but like, what storyline is there going into WrestleMania? All these injuries just keep throwing all their long-term story.
And they're already having a hard time selling tickets.
Yeah.
Which may be, real quick on your Brock Lesnar thing, him coming and going. That's why I think this is a perfect thing for him, because he doesn't have to set up a storyline. He doesn't have to be there, even though I think starting on like March 12th or 14th,
he's got
there
5 or 6
every week,
appearances,
right before WrestleMania. So I guess they can build up something, but I don't know. I think this is good for someone like him. This is something like Roman Reigns should do something like this, because it's hard for these guys to build storylines when they're not there.
When they're not there consistently, So,
all right, this one is yours.
Alrighty. So I was, what's better for the WWE in the last couple of years, or historically we've had, eras of parity where like the title changes hands quite often. We haven't seen one of those in a while, but that was more of an attitude era type thing. Or dominance. The current title holders seem to hold it. They don't even wrestle on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And they seem to hold the title for a long time. Like, looking at Roman Reigns' 4-year run. Jade Cargill's had the title for 6 months now and has wrestled once or twice. So you, as a wrestling fan, what do you prefer? Do you like the parity or do you like the dominance?
I mean, it's for me anyway. It's different, right? So I don't like Jade Cargill, who is active. She's there, and I know this is no fault of hers. She doesn't book her matches, right? And I get it, but she's there at the show, not wrestling. It doesn't make sense,
Right.
Where someone, so for her, I want to see the title taken off her, but are they going to let whoever wins it wrestle? CM Punk wrestles every week. He's been the champion for a while, and I'd be okay with him being champion because he's at least there every week. Roman Reigns is another different one for me because, yes, he 4 years, whatever it was, he only wrestled a handful of times, but he wrestled the top guys.
Yep.
Right? It wasn't just an up-and-comer guy or something like that. He was wrestling the top guys, and again, I know, but and he was winning. At one time, he stacked, who did he stack? It was Daniel Bryanson and was it Edge?
I missed that one.
Yeah, he was a three match. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put it up. But in the match, it was 3 for the title. He ended up putting them on top of each other and just pinned them both
at the same time,
which was cool. It was cool to see. He was dominant. So it depends on how they do it, depending on my feelings towards it.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be in the title matches. Obviously, we pay attention to that. But like you said, like Jade Cargill, she's not even wrestling the top wrestlers. Like, nothing against Jordan Grace, but she's young and new.
Now she's back. I know. Well, yeah, Jordan Grace, and now it looks like Meechin
she's feuding with, and who knows who she's getting. We'll see who she wrestles at WrestleMania.
I mean, these girls are fine, but she's a champion. She should be fighting the top tier.
I think I like dominance in my champions to an extent, but I want the randomness of thinking when a champion wrestles on Raw, they could lose.
Yeah.
Or at any PLE, they could lose.
Ago?
I think one of the women's, Rhea Ripley, I think lost on Raw. But yeah, I did like some of the Elimination Chamber matches, like never in my wildest dreams that I think Javon Evans was going to win that match. I thought for sure Gunther would. But I like that kind of parody, maybe some surprise outcomes without cheating. Because you could think, as quick as these wrestlers are, somebody like Javon Evans can, and that's the idea of the RKO. You can hit that move in a flash, right? Catch somebody off guard and get that 3 count. So I think a little bit more parody on matches, but I do like the dominance of my champions.
Well, yeah, I think next time we're going to talk, I have a topic I want to add, which is the finishing move topic that we've talked about before, about how finishing moves mean nothing anymore. Yeah. All right. Last one. I added this one on here.
Yeah, this one caught me off guard.
Watching Raw last night, what is the main event coming up at Elimination Chamber, Jeff?
I'm going to guess it's going to be Finn Balor versus CM Punk would probably be the last match of the night. Maybe the men's elimination, but if you go by championship, it should be the championship. One of the champions should end the night. So should be CM Punk versus Finn Balor.
They did zero hype for that match on Raw.
Yeah.
These are Raw guys. These aren't SmackDown guys, unless they're going to take them to SmackDown to do something there. There was no hype for this match whatsoever. Balor I didn't even see it. I don't remember seeing it. You said he had just a quick thing in the back, a backstage
argument with Dom. They're setting up a Finn versus Dom feud. They don't want to help each other in their matches and all that. So,
maybe I do remember that.
Yeah.
But CM Punk came out and cut a promo. Did he even mention Finn Balor?
You know what? His promo, it was kind of odd, and it was, I don't know. He didn't really seem to talk about anything. He just seemed to kind of word
rambled,
salad.
and he talked about AJ Styles a little bit. And I know the night was supposed to be more about AJ Styles.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to promote a pay-per-view or a PLE that is this weekend.
Yeah.
And they did very little hype for it outside of the final two.
The couple 2 matches.
The final 2 chamber matches. But I just thought it was strange to me. That's a big match. I'm pulling for Balor to win. I'm not stupid. I don't think he's going to win, but
this is the type of match that needs hype because nobody thinks Balor's going to win because they're already setting up Roman Reigns versus CM Punk
for the title at WrestleMania.
So unless they're going to turn that into a 3-way, by having Finn win, which would be going back to parity, that would be shocking. But I don't know. I think everybody thinks that's a foregone conclusion, and I think WWE needs to be pushing it harder.
You know what would be cool? What if they add Drew McIntyre to that match?
Having a 3-way,
2 titles on the line.
Yeah.
Not to merge them, but whatever guy gets pinned loses the title.
Yeah, reminiscent. I kind of rehashed this match, on the couples thing, the Becky 2 belts match. back when they had the 2 belt, a fatal 3-way at WrestleMania 35, I think it was. 3 women for 2 belts, and Becky walked away with both of them. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you're going to plan on merging the belts anytime soon.
It'd be like whoever gets pinned. Drew gets pinned, he loses his title to whoever pins him.
Yeah.
Unless it's, I guess, if it's CM Punk, then he's merged. I don't know. But just an idea I think would be cool because I don't know where they're going to go with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because there's 0 storylines really with anybody that's in the chamber.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's all kinds of storylines with people in the chamber.
Ones.
What's up? I mean, you've got Drew McIntyre. You've got Drew McIntyre and Cody. You've got Drew McIntyre.
Which nobody wants to see Drew McIntyre and Cody.
In Fatu. You've got Fatu and Cody. What's up?
Fatu's not in it.
No, I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, you're right. Others, storyline. So, yeah, you're right. In the
Javon Evans, there's 0. I don't even think those 2 have ever even crossed paths before.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I like new matches.
Yeah.
Fresh matches. Well, I'm fine with that, but it's just weird. I don't know. Yeah. Weird storylines. Anything else on that?
No, that's it. I think the bell went off. We're done.
I think we went over limit on every topic this time.
I like it.
Except maybe the AJ Styles one. Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. Let us know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Anything you guys would like to see us talk about in a future episode. We have some new things coming out. Thursdays and Sundays, we have something called Wrestlestop Side Quest, which is me and Brooke currently. Jeff may pop in there if he's ever around. He's the Roman Reigns of this channel. He just kind of shows up when he wants.
I want a side quest. I was disappointed you did it without me. We got some side quests of our own coming. Some 20 questions types of games we're rolling out. Some more shorts and instead
more content for you guys, right? Yeah. Let us know what you guys like, what you don't like. If we do something you guys absolutely hate it, just say, hey, this sucks. Don't do it again. And we'll look at the metrics, of course. And if it sucks, we won't do it again. But other than that, everything seems to be going pretty well right now. Still breaking in the new setup a little bit. Still a lot of bugs working out. Yep. I think I might have the cameras fixed now. Jeff doesn't look like he's 10 inches from the sun anymore.
You don't look like a zombie. It's fresh out of the ground.
Yeah. So hopefully that stuff looks better. Hopefully our sound still sounds okay. Still working on stuff. We'll see how it goes. But thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you. Like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment, even if it's a little emoji. That's cool too. Let's keep the algorithm happy. Yeah. Anything you got?
Winning Wednesdays.
Winning Wednesdays. Thank you, everybody. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching another episode of Wrestlestop. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You can reach us at any of the addresses on screen. And there's a couple extra videos here on the screen. If you liked what you saw, maybe you'll like one of these as well. Thanks for watching.